we'll see how this game 2 goes for the side of Gaming Gladiators, if it'll go their way or if Virtus Pro, based on game number 1 where they looked pretty good, can make their way to a 1-1 split. Very important for them to get out of the gates rolling with at least a win, but at the same time, Gaming Gladiators, after getting 2-0'd, they got that first win. They need to get back even, as it's a very dangerous group stage here at the road to TI, and could be problematic if you end up 1-3, truthfully. After
Gaming Gladiators, they definitely need this dub here, considering that they lost 2-0 against PSG LGD.
What's the line, you think, for wins to just get in to the next stage? 2, 3?
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, there's high chance of tiebreakers.
Yeah.
I believe when there's, yeah, because you only play, what, like 4 BO2s?
Mm-hmm. So you can go 8-0, 0-8, 4-4, you can see. Take a look at the bounty runes as they will be on your screen in 5 seconds. We'll see if anybody ends up fighting here. You do have 3 heroes nearby, and maybe looking over at Celery, they've got the Ink Swell. Tag team, slowing them down a long time. Gonna pop, looking like First Blood, Leech Seed, and dead. And Squadix who gets First Blood.
Again, he got it in the first game, decided to go for gloves, but yeah, Zeus is definitely not that hero, so we're gonna pick up the bottle immediately.
Easy early bottle. Look, 2 eyes, 3 screens. We get into the 3-lane layout.
What a time to be alive.
I say it every time.
2023, we have technology. We had this technology for quite some time now.
Innovating early. Ooh, Ace taking some damage. Blood Grenade. Tofu trying to help get the save, but just like last game, Ace is dealing with some pressure, and I was going to say, what's the killer lane? Apparently it's top. Yeah, just making Ace really struggle here, as he's going to have to TP back towards top. Will Quinn have as easy of a game over mid? Because he was dominating that matchup in the first game.
Not as much in this one, but still, you pick up Magic Stick, you're getting a regen from that, from your Bracer, from your Death Pulses, Heartstopper, Aura, so he's going to be fine.
Gosh, the Quill Spray is just... Yeah, he's down below half health almost immediately. And it's pretty tough for him. Mid lane, Squadix, he's not dealing with a lot of health either. As Quinn, he plays this very aggressive, the Necro.
He really does. Sitting on high ground, Squadix will pick up Water Rune, refill his bottle, but Quinn, as we said, getting that extra regen. He played super aggressively. As soon as that glyph came online, 3 minutes into the game, Squadix picks up the second Water Rune.
Yeah, Quinn trying to put him in an interesting position where maybe he'd feel uncomfortable, but he's got that heavenly jump from level 2, so Quinn, he was blocking the steps, takes the long wraparound for this Zeus. Doesn't really matter all too much, but right now 14-2 to 14-0, so keeping it a lot more even this time around. And truthfully, not really supports for the side of the Radiant that like to rotate over mid. Maybe this Tusk for the side of Virtus Pro will go mid. But even then, Quinn's not an easy kill to get, right?
They do have damage, especially if he plays like super greedy, doesn't put the point in Ghost Shroud, which I don't think he will on level 5. So you can go with tag team, block him with the Ice Shards, Blood Grenade. He should die. If your Zeus has like full mana to use every single ability.
Right. Using that clarity, getting himself back some of that mana. Going to the early arcane boots there for the Zeus, and he gets top lane Ace. He's level 3.
Ooh,
he's only 10-2. Bristle knows only 11-2. I mean, in terms of safe laners right now. You got Morphling doing a pretty good job. Bristle's starting to get a little bit of that CS back. You can see the build early on, you know, wants to get that Vanguard, has Boots of Speed, going Arcanes into an Ags for the Bristleback. When he gets to that Ags, it's a pretty strong spot to be in, which we'll see how Gaming Gladiators deal with that, right?
Yeah, we see more teams just, you know, taking this Bristleback and playing it on the off lane,
but
but
calling and the fear.
He does have a Lotus.
So hits him with a dead shot. Oh, damage on a Tofu in the turnaround with the Quill Spray.
6, make it 7. This, oof.
Oh,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
just hit him with a nice stroke of fate. Then the Quills started to stack up, and Tofu just melting to that Quill.
Once he, oof, that's gonna stop the healing salve on top lane, but he should be good to go. Kiritich, once he gets Vanguard, he's really not afraid of these skeletons, these right clicks.
Shard's bottom. He's trying to get away. He doesn't have waveform. Starting to shift a little bit, but not going to get that kill just yet. No level 6 for the Zeus, so no Zeus ult now. And Quinn's been here before mid. He's here in between the tier 1s and the tier 2. Make the wrap over top. With Celery coming in. Nature's Grass, Ink Swell, TPing in a +1 of the Tusk. And they don't quite have the damage to get this kill with calling down and having those silences. So 3v3 up in the top lane. Everybody's surviving for the moment.
Vanguard is on its way. A bit of a slower one. Delivery not upgraded yet. Level 4 courier. Sitting underneath the tower, getting that extra region. They fed the tango to him.
Good charts. And Swell. That'll pop. They have the survivability. Ace trying to right-click down this Tusk before he dies. He's standing within the calling. Celery gets the kill. Ace gets traded. Still in the calling. Still silenced. Now finally FNG falls to Tofu, who gets chased back by the Muerta. And Kiritich.
Lotus Pool is spawning, but he's gonna try to run away. Dead shot available. Kiritich picks it up.
He picked up the Lotus and then just died for it.
I think it's a bit of a different fight if his Vanguard gets delivered like 15, 20 seconds earlier. Zeus is level 6 now, so maybe they needed to wait slightly more and wait for that Vanguard, wait for your Thunder God's Wrath to be available.
Does this Muerta just transition into a 4th core?
From what I've seen, you want to buy like one support item, like drums. You can get a 4-staff, build into a full pike, and then decide what you need. I've seen a lot of Aghanim Scepters being built on Muerta 4. Use that Aghanim Scepter pretty much as a stun, just like stun people. It's a 4-second duration stun.
Right. So, see how it goes now that they've both picked up a Wisdom Rune as they start to get these supports higher and higher in terms of getting closer to level 6. Bottom lane's been just a 1v1 farm fest as it's 40-7 for the Morphling of the 36-6 of noticed on the Razor. Kiritich, despite dying, has a decent amount of CS, but when you look at net worth, he's only 3rd, but he's right there in the mix towards the top as Quinn leads the way. Aggressive turnout from him with the Necro mid, but maybe not as ahead as he was before, even though he's up about 500 gold right now.
Yeah, he's about to finish his bots in 200 gold after this creep wave. He should have it.
Tusk just kind of walks in and dies. Came around maybe expecting a little bit more, but
not sure what the plan was, to be honest. They're all full HP. Even Ace is there jungling, has 3 points in Skelly Bros, so that's going to help him farming a lot. Quinn picks up Arcane Rune, wants to get his ulti up. Like, you definitely want to get one stack going. The travel is on its way.
Gonna smoke 3 heroes here from Virtus Pro. Make their way all the way over towards top as Dyrachio's there. But it looks like Tofu might break this smoke, and that'll give an opportunity to the Morphling to get away. And They'll find themselves Tofu. They go to the calling. That will silence
Quinn
up
is
the
ready with
Zeus.
the
They've got
TP.
the fear onto the Bristle. So Tofu dragging them towards the tier 1 tower. But
Doesn't want to join. Sees that this
response.
fight is over. Everybody full HP. Squadix does. He did have shield rune available, so pretty difficult to kill. Now he's gonna TP bottom.
yeah, they want to get this Reaper Scythe. Do they have the damage? Not quite to get the stack, but they do get the kill afterwards.
Is under attack.
So the Reaper
Still
Scythe
worth
doesn't get
it.
the kill, but still, yeah, getting the kill on Notice and also pressuring the tier 1 tower bottom. Active strike onto Critic. Couple of bounty rings picked up by Squadix as well.
Is under attack.
They're looking at Ace. They've got a TP in from the Razor respawn. Inkswell silence, level 6, so he'll have the reincarnation. Do they just stick on him? They don't have the Eye of the Storm, but they do have themselves a static link. Do they have the control? Gets around the shards, has Celery off to the side, and does apply the living armor on him.
Nice play from Ace.
They get the
He
first
was
life,
definitely
which,
thinking about not using Magic Wand and just dying there so that he has reincarnation, but the rest of the team was very close to back him up. Tofu
FNG.
has Sentry available.
Calling's down. Yeah, they see him. They hit him
Pushes
with
it
the
back.
fear
Into
and with the
Sentry.
dead shot.
FNG's like,
Pretty solid
they
with
have
that shot.
vision drawing on a minimap, but it's massive. He's like, yeah, it's somewhere up there. Now he pings it and probably gonna get dewarded.
Is under attack.
Bottom.
Virtus Pro still hasn't managed to drop these heroes low enough, so Squadix can use his ulti.
Yeah. They're bringing everybody down here. The whole kit and caboodle coming here from Virtus Pro.
They
5
really want
heroes
this
and
tower.
that's it. All right. Well, they just kind of retreated on the side of Gaming Gladiators for the moment, but they've got the glyph. Do they plan on jumping anybody here? It's 5 heroes. Quinn, he's smoked up. Got Tofu. Tofu's level 6, has pierced the veil. They don't have 6 on Grimstroke, and they don't even have 5 on Tusk.
Has fallen.
But the decision from Gaming Gladiators to just give up the tower might be a beneficial one. They don't take a 5v4. Still
Rachio
just farming.
with the good old hand of Midas just brought the mask, has Spark of Courage, so that's gonna increase his farm. Spark of Courage, like, you need to have some kind of a sustain for Morphling for it to work, Morbid Mask, otherwise you're gonna be low HP and you're not gonna get damage, instead you'll get the armor.
It was like sliver of health for a split second, just Zeus ult out of nowhere.
Radiant's middle tower.
That's all I'm
is
thinking
under
when I
attack.
see this Morphling low.
At least they removed Kobold being aggressive. This is just like the funniest part, like one of the funniest things in Dota. You dig up the Kobold, instead of getting the gold, you die.
I'm calling again, but Inkswell, Quinn's here trying to get the save, has that Death Pack level 4. They're even gonna try to commit to Tofu, but not getting the kill. They've got the Reaper Scythe, Soulbind, that connects now. Thunder God's Wrath coming in from Zeus. They get Tofu, but it did take a while. And they end up giving a Reaper Scythe stack all the way over, and Ace, he's got that reincarnation back up, so he's able to come back to life. Notice, on the run, Celery, Tumbler's Toy, into the overgrowth. They have the control, they'll get the kill on a Notice, and now they'll look towards the rest. FNG needs to get out of here. Kirtik showing up, and Gaming Gladiators will turn around and walk the other way.
Without Tusk, they have very limited amount of control. He needs to, like, somehow stay alive. You said he's still level 5, trying to find something on a mid lane, gets feared away.
So 2,000 net worth lead in a lineup that we talked about kind of takes some time to activate 1 or 2 items, but Quinn, he's going to have that heart. He'll feel pretty unkillable. And it's Armlet soon for Ace. And Morph going Morbid Mask into a Falcon Blade, then Manta.
Got it.
So maybe a little bit of an earlier activation for Morph.
Usually we don't see Falcon Blade being built this late into the game. This is like 14 minutes. Usually it's the item you buy early on when you're dominating, but it seems like he wants to jump between the camps. He's buying all of these small items, and again, they're making the stacks. Dyrachyo trying to make one more stack for himself. And we'll do it.
Gets it. Oh, he got a stack for himself. Meanwhile, it was Tofu who got a stack, but Tofu still in trouble. And, ooh, gets the trick shot off. Hit the dead shot. The chase is on, looking for the Tusk while Dyrachyo goes over. He's morphed into Zeus, and there's the Reaper Scythe. Taking out Tusk and putting Quinn on a killing spree.
Virtus.pro placed these two observer wards in their triangle long time ago, both at the same times. They're gonna disappear, and they didn't get anything out of it except a couple of deaths.
Yeah. And they're not able to steal any of these stacks. The stack numbers last game were, what, 35 stack camps total for Gaming Gladiators? And now it's 6, but, you know, good amount.
Bounty.
Not
as many as last
some of those
game,
stacks.
Yeah.
But Gaming Gladiators, it seems like they are not afraid to group up, clear some of these stacks early on.
Radiant's middle tower is
Same
under
goes for
attack.
Tundra. We've seen
Dire's
two
top tower is under
series from Tundra where they just group up, they take the enemy Tormentor, they take their own Tormentor, and keep repeating that. Seems like a winning formula in this patch.
Again, they're going towards top. Phantom's Embrace, but immediately taking it off and waveform the other way. They had 4 heroes starting to combine together with Tusk off, looking for a little bit of
his creep
experience.
with Hand of Midas.
Now they're coming in and putting the pressure onto the tier 1 tower with Quinn and Celery showing over mid. They can be there pretty quickly.
Quinn about to finish off his heart, needs 10 gold, needs to use the courier. They could burst him in this one, like he misuses Ghost Shroud, also
Right.
percentage-based damage from Zeus. Thunder God's Wrath is now max HP as damage, so that's gonna be a ton of damage, and also Arc Lightning is current HP. So you seem to be tanky, but 2-3 Arc Lightnings is gonna bring you down.
Radiance are
Noticed. As been seen with the scan. Quinn coming over, and they've got the calling to silence him up. And good dead shot gets the fear into the Reaper Scythe, and they're going to get a kill on a notice. They put it together quite easily. That is a pretty dirty combo with the dead shot.
is under attack.
It's such a difficult... This has to be like one of the most skill shot abilities in the game. Hook, arrow, I don't think they're even close to Muerta, because this dead shot is so difficult to use because of the cast range. Like, you need to get close.
All right.
Heritage, he's trying to get in, but again, they don't have enough control. Tusk about to finish off his Blink Dagger, needs 300 gold. That's gonna help them out tremendously. Just locking onto a target and instantly killing it. Have we seen Thunder God's Wrath being used at all?
Once.
Once? Okay.
It was the fight over bottom.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I just
that was the only one.
love when it sounds dramatic. It's like he didn't use it for 17 minutes.
I thought you meant the Thunderbolt, or the Thunder. When he uses it, the Thunder God's Wrath.
Is under attack.
Sounds just like that. They're gonna go for Ace. He's got Reincarnation. He'll throw out a stun. Shard's actually putting him in a spot where he's gonna survive instead. Tofu gets spotted. Phantom's Embrace. That's onto this Muerta, piercing the veil. Now putting the calling down so they can't chase him. All for this tier 1 tower over mid. They're trying to defend. The fear actually bounces off Heritage, hits on to Notice. They still lose the tier 1. And Gaming Gladiators, I think, wisely not jumping into a fight there.
Ace was way too low. Try to get some life steal off the camp in the jungle. Didn't want to join because he was so close to dying. And also, that's level 1 ulti we're talking about.
They smoke up now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Going towards bot. There's a courier sitting there.
Dire are scanning.
That was
Dire's bottom tower
Quinn pinging
has
out the
fallen.
Watcher. Crossing through mid, but the scan connects. So scan connecting. That'll leave the tier 1 tower very vulnerable. I think they're just going to grab it here. It's given up by the side of Virtus Pro. It's tough for them to get the tier 1 over mid, but they know they need a little bit more farm coming into the fights that are
Tower has fallen.
approaching these next couple minutes against Gaming Gladiators. They've almost got Bloodstone on Bristle. He's got Ags already, so he's able to activate that Bristle back. And when he gets into the Bloodstone, he's going to feel very strong, and we'll see what Gaming Gladiators can do to kind of mitigate that Bristleback
Quinn,
damage. As
can they burst
got
him?
the Walrus Punch. Quinn, he's pretty far in. They've got
Got
themselves
silenced
the
again.
Soulfire to connect him, and the Thunder God's Wrath will get the kill on a Quinn. So Ace, he's got Reincarnation, didn't use it when they were fighting over mid. They don't have a Reaper Scythe to go after Kiritich, and Tofu running away, but the Viscous Names will goose on him, as they'll use that Rod of Atos to keep this Bristle where he's at. But a snowball all the way for Tofu. They've got another hit from Squadix to get the kill on a Tofu, taking it out a second. As Ace toggling that armlet, staying alive, and Morphling's in. Walrus Punch trying to shift, waveform away, Overgrowth used to hold him in place.
Another
The
blink.
FBs gets the kill on FNG, but they've got the shards that block in Celery. That's going to be a Tree Protector dying. Wraithfire Blast lands on unnoticed. He's by the tier 1 tower, and it looks as though finally Gaming Gladiators will concede the fight and the tier 1 top.
And this is what we said, like Necrophos, he can't die. He got completely isolated, also having maybe flashbacks from the previous game where they didn't have enough damage, but Zeus is gonna melt him. Bristleback as well before he could get his Ghost Shroud off. Now he's chasing Squadix, but again, there's no real follow-up, no stuns coming out from the rest of the team. He also got silenced. Necro doesn't have that much attack speed to kill Phantom's Embrace.
No, he does not. So net worth sitting even, and they have a little bit of a bristleback problem at the moment. But now you see Ace from the armlet to the blade mail to now the silver end. That's going to be it. There's a shard for Tusk. So those extended ice shards.
Yeah, it's a shard that amplifies shard. Only shard in the game that does that.
Is there any other shards?
Dude, it's called
I guess
ice
so.
shards.
I'm just thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering the name of a spell correctly. That's called
Let me go through the
Shard.
spells. All
Shards.
spells.
what?
I'm just
Shards?
thinking if there's another one. There isn't.
Dire are scanning.
So Ags being built for the Necrophos. He's got that point booster going into the other three
Dire's
components. So
structures are fortified.
it'll be some time till he gets that. But while this is going on, Virtus Pro, they want to go for Roche. It looks as though Gaming Gladiators aren't going to be here to stop it.
Radiant are scanning.
It's not really the quickest Roche just yet, but eventually it'll get there. Meanwhile, the top lane, where Ace is in, he's going to grab a tier 2 tower. So this is the trade that they're willing to make to get this Aegis into their hands. And again, still getting this Roche as it finally falls. But like I said, they lost that tier 2 tower.
Tier 2 tower for Roche doesn't seem like a bad trade right now for Gaming Gladiators. Again, it seems that they need to drag this game for longer, find this farm on Morphling to get Scotty, reduce the healing from this Bristleback, because right now, Kiritich seems almost unkilled. Like, they need to bring him down. They need this Silver Edge. Ace actually changed his mind. He's going for Deso next.
Now he's going AC. So making a couple swaps. But that break mechanic feels very important to killing off this Bristle.
Now he swapped. He's going for AC, which is going to lower their armor. I think AC might be the item here, since you want to lower their armor and you also want to amplify the armor of your own team against Bristle and Razor.
So all this time to farm, and I'd assume that Gaming Gladiators are maybe sitting back knowing there's an Aegis on the side of Virtus Pro. Killing Bristle once is already tough enough. Killing him twice is, well, even tougher. We'll see how this ends up going as Ace trying to defend that top tier 2.
Is under attack.
And Kurtic is up here, who, you know, he's maybe putting pressure on, maybe thinking about having his team come over to take the other Tormentor. There's 2 heroes, though, over mid. Notice an FNG, as well as Squadix, who's bottom, so they don't exactly have everybody there. Take said Tormentor, and they back away from it. And it's been a little bit quiet from Virtus Pro, but it's also Gaming Gladiators not looking to interact, right?
I think Virtus Pro is going to make a move as soon as they get this BKB on Razor. Rest of the team is going to smoke. He might join them. Let's see who's the one who got smoked. No, they're already across the river. Squadix getting a good farm on Zeus, holding on to Philosopher's Stone since you don't need your damage to farm.
Oh, good dead shot. Not sure it's going to matter, though. Look at where the shards are. Look at where he can go. Just TP out? No. Snowball's there. Now Ace has to run. He's got Reincarnation. He pops the Blade Mail. Does he even need to use it? Yes, he will. So eventually, the Thunder God's Wrath comes in. They've got the Phantom's Embrace. A lot of Atos, overgrowth, stopping these heroes. Kurtic, though, not being affected. Now the dead shot lands. They've got the Walrus Punch. They'll get the second kill on Ace. And a tier 2 tower looking in their future.
And they will steal enemies. Tormentor, Bristleback. Does have Shard, does have Aghanim Scepter. It's ton of damage. He tried to snipe it with Deadshot, but didn't manage to do so. Razor gets it. In terms of tower damage, they really don't have that much on Virtus Pro, since like both supports don't deal any. It needs to be Razor, it needs to be Bristleback, but he's also a type of a hero that's just not gonna sit there and hit the tower, especially against living armor. Borachio needs to run away.
He's forced to run away. He's going Silver Edge now.
They definitely need a break.
Just another minute 23 left on this Bristle.
Also, I just figured out why Ace is going for this item in his quick buy. It's Ace E. That's why.
Anyway, he is FNG's get the drop here to Morphling. Well, solo kill, gets himself on a killing spree. But I try to keep it stone faced when you make that joke, but I muted myself so I couldn't laugh on
Yeah, it's not allowed on official broadcast. Laughing banned.
I'm not. No, I banned myself from laughing at your jokes years ago. Even though you get me every single time. Dust? What? Okay. Quinn? Ditch. It's the Sages for another 25 seconds. Game's sitting even. I think they've smoke. For wards. Don't have a smoke just yet. Ag's picked up here by Squadix. Kurtic almost has that BKB as well. Oh, Quinn, Phantom's Embrace. Snowball keeping him inside the Nimbus, but they're going to jump the backlines for
he's melting.
Actually, Quinn, Death Seeker trying to get away. The Overgrowth Reaper side, that might keep him alive. He's starting to regen like crazy. Adaptive Strike on a Kurtic as he's going to throw that hairball towards the side of Gaming Gladiators, and they don't get Quinn on this one.
This was so close, very clutch that he manages to get that Death Seeker out, extra regen, and then gets the Reaper side back to full HP. It's a very risky move if you commit everything to get the kill there, and you don't get it. You know that this fight's completely over. He's gonna regen up, go to full HP, you don't have enough damage, you already used pretty much everything that you have, and he'll pick up Arcane Rune.
Ooh. Always liking that. Let's see. I was looking at what Muerta has. 4 staff, Rod of Atos, gets that tier 3 token. And Ace almost has that AC. As he's got the gold for the plate mail, so just now needs the buckler and another 1,300. Very close, of course. Going in, and well, Quinn, the Death Seeker was in pretty tight. The shards, though, blocking his path. The Soulbind, Force Staff over to the shards with the BKB being popped here by Kiritich going into the Quinn. Quinn, Death Seeker again away from the fight. They got Squadix. Deraccio is able to make his way onto the back, looking for the Zeus. Ace going forward and didn't even get a stun off. It was on cooldown. Deadshot's not going to land, but still, Deraccio over towards the back. They find Kiritich again. Death Seeker, and they got him.
Ooh, he melts when it's just a normal hero when you hit him from the front, and also this
Notice is in trouble too.
Heartstopper Aura, Aghanim Scepter with Heart, just way too much damage. Quinn trying to go for it, but BKB. I miss the good old times when Reaper's Sight blocked your buyback. It's like it was one of the most obnoxious things that ever existed in Dota.
Oh,
Like,
the
okay, you can't buy back.
Calling.
Tofu's so good at using this dead shot. Can he blink out?
Oh, okay. Just shoot him to death.
He can, but he's gonna die afterwards. Eye of the Vizier, extra cast range on Muerta feels so nice on this position 4.
Radiant are
Do you think they should bring back that old Necro ult?
No.
Stopping buyback? No, okay.
All you
I
have to
figured you
do
were
is just like
something
kill
like that.
one guy. Like, let's say you're playing against Faceless Void. You kill him, he's 6 slotted, 8 slotted. That's it, game over.
They should just double the price of buyback instead of stopping it altogether, right? That's how you bring it back. Your buyback's now 10,000 days.
Noticed? They're thinking about it, but the rest of the team, I'm not sure is going to be able to connect. Ace tried to maybe bait a BKB charge.
He killed Bristleback. Like the one time over bottom, that was without the break. But now they've got the Silver Edge, so it gets that much easier to kill the Bristle, and they're up 7,000, so potentially a missed timing from Kiritich
is under attack.
and the rest of Virtus Pro.
They're in a real trouble. Like, their lineup is not going to scale as much. This Bristleback against Break Mechanic. Now there's AC finished on Wraith King. Necro is just super tanky, does have Lotus Orb to dispel some of these things, bounce back to them. So when he joins a fight, immediate Lotus Orb to maybe get the Soulbind, get Phantom's Embrace, Static Link, anything that Zeus does. So this time it's going to be much more difficult for them to try to kill Quinn.
The chase is on for Deraccio, though. They drop down the Nimbus. They've got the Snowball, Phantom's Embrace. That's going to be landing with the Manta used after. Waveform down south. Thunder God's Wrath, a little bit of a hairball and a kill. So everybody there to get a kill onto the Morphling.
Without
Dead for
Morphling,
80 seconds.
yeah, I don't know
Roche
if
is
they
not-
have enough damage, and even if they do, Virtus Pro is going to respond. They're already TPing to tier 2 tower.
At least slow down Roche. All by himself. He was pushing the tier 3 tower to try and at least clear it out, but I think staying that long all alone, so far from where any entry point's viable for gaming Gladiators is a problem. Stun, Ace in, one-shotting, trying to kill off the Grimstroke who gets pulled on the Snowball. Still the Nimbus down, Hairball hits on a Quinn as well as Ace. They'll use the Reaper Scythe, but it's not going to get a kill, and now they've got the damage to take the first life out of the hands of Ace. Lotus Orb on Quinn, Shards blocking out Tofu from coming in, but they've got the calling down that's going to silence him up. He could show him their back, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Pops the BKB, turning and fighting, going after all these heroes. Snowball comes across, hits on a Tofu as well as Quinn. Overgrowth from Celery. Can they get the kill onto the Bristleback? They're looking over at this tusk. They take out Ace. They lose Celery and Quinn. Everybody falling by the wayside from the side of Gaming Gladiators, as it's going to be a full team wipe for Virtus Pro.
A little surprised that they decided to take this fight. They could have maybe waited another 15, 20 seconds until Morphling can TP to a tier 2 tower and rejoin the fight. Not sure if this was necessary, but good fight for Virtus Pro. Gaming Gladiators just lost 6,000-7,000 gold lead.
Yeah, it's back to even, and Actually, not there. So much damage. 9,000 damage done there by the Bristle. As Notice is going to be taking out Dyrachyo. Trying to fight into this. Turns into the Zeus. Heavenly jump away. Now he's all by himself once again. Everybody else on your team is dead. You can't die back to back like this. Waveform, Twin Gate. Can he get there? Does he stay up on the high ground trying to juke?
Oh, nice juke.
Okay.
Pretending that he's going through the gates.
He knows where they are.
Might find him.
They know where he's at. Waveform, high ground, on the run. Adaptive Strike, got the Phantom's Embrace, goes to the Manta. Soulbind, another Lightning Bolt, but not a lot of mana left. Stroke of Fate from FNG gets another kill onto the Morphling, now dead for 90.
Some of these fights from Gaming Gladiators. First, they chose to fight without Morphling, then Morphling goes for a solo fight. Dyrachyo's like, I'm a one-man army. Gets the kill, but maybe with Satanic, it would have been a different fight. Then now he changes his mind. He's like, I'm gonna need a BKB still in this game. Zeus is gonna melt me.
Nice. See, nothing queued up next. And Tofu saved up a good amount of gold too. 2,400 now. He's also sitting level 16. And Quinn, we talked about it, has that Ags, has the Lotus Orb, going into the Kaya Sanj. Death Seeker with the Shard. He's tough to kill, but they've shown it's possible.
Still, Dota Plus heavily favoring their draft because they just scale much better. Bristleback, I'm not gonna say that he hit his peak, but you can see Kiritich going for something different, going for Daedalus, wants to just pump in the damage. AC already finished, as you mentioned. Vindicator's Axe gives him that slow resistance and attack speed. He's gonna be the one picking it up. Let's see how Gaming Gladiators approach it.
They have to respond as 5. Dyrachyo going in alone has caused them to lose their entire advantage.
Ooh, Dyrachyo just TP'd. 35-minute XP rune will push him closer to level 25. With that Waveform cooldown, that's gonna bail him out of trouble. And also, of course, Waveform attacks targets, Waveform range, all of these talents, they work so well together.
Tofu getting that shard that upgrades Pierce the Veil. Not exactly what he's here for as a
support, it's
position.
it's really not great.
What about Axe? Do you like Parting Shot?
It's a good one. I did say that it's just like most people use it as a stun. It's a long duration. It's a 4-second stun.
Seems pretty good, and he's going Axe. So he's going for that build. So is Ace. So they'll have the reincarnation upgrade. Oh, Dyrachyo again by himself. He's all the way on the other side of the map. He goes into the Silver Edge. He needs to run, though. They have dust? They do, on Tusk. Oh, did it hit? It did. They don't see him still.
Dyrachyo is a madman. Like, some of the stuff that he does, look where he is right now. Rest of the team, nowhere near him. He's been playing this, like, split push, trying to get the most out of the map.
Ags 1,200 gold away from Wraith King. We talked about this in the draft, more so as a meme because we were talking about the fact that they had 3 undead heroes. But now everybody's going to be undead when he gets that Ags. It'll be nice. He'll have that extra time to be alive, throw a couple of spells out, extra 7-second delay on that death. And for a couple of these heroes, that could be the difference between another dead shot, another Wraith Fire Blast.
You also get bonus attack speed and move speed. The attack speed is pretty big, 75. Imagine Morphling just living for another 7 seconds, dealing damage to enemy heroes. With extra attack speed, of course.
YouTube top is gone. 2.5 minutes still left on that Aegis. You take a look at Group C on the top right of your screen. LGD 4-0. They lead that group. East Coast Gaming Gladiators, who are looking to go 2-2 and take over second for the second win. Group we're currently watching. Refresher picked up for the Razor. He's got himself that double the Eye of the Storm now. He's got Lincoln's Manta. He has a lot queued up. I don't know if this game's going to go that long with Swift Blink, Hex, Nullifier. Maybe just
I
looking
like
at all
when
his
people prep
potential
for the
options.
late game. It's like, I want to
80
play
minute
this game. Yeah, I just, in case it comes down to it, we're going to be ready. Ratio, Satanic Finish, level 25. Got to be aware of those waveforms.
Under God's Wrath, get a little bit of information out there. You see the Death Seeker. They see these creeps dying, and they're trying to run over and catch these heroes on the side of Gaming Gladiators, but they just won't do so as they're still smoked up. Gem next on the list for Tree Protector, and then I believe Ags there for the Wraith King. Did Tofu get his yet? I think it's
being delivered.
Yeah. But they've got the high ground on the side of Gaming Gladiators. They're going to go in with the Death Seeker. Quinn's in very far. Nimbus, BKB, Lotus Orb on the static link. They've got the blink into the Walrus Punch as well as the Snowball. Trying to get the kill here on Duraccio. He's down to a sliver of health. He's trying to survive. He's just at the edge, but still going because of the Ags that was there for the Wraith King. So they get the kill on Duraccio, but they lose FNG as well as Notice. Down goes Quinn and Celery. This isn't exactly working out all too well for them because Ace is next on the list. That's just his reincarnation, but they have the heroes necessary to get this kill. They may lose this Tusk, and that's what the pull-in from the Havoc Hammer. And here he is in ethereal form as stun. Oh,
Deny.
takes on the Arcane Rune, and yeah, okay. Even though he was dead.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go
you
for
could
it
do that.
immediately. Squadix didn't have his bottle in the inventory. What a fight for Virtus Pro. Like, Razor goes in, gets a double BKB, double Lincoln's with Refresher, double Eye of the Storm, and I want to see damage dealt by him. 13,000 damage coming out from Razor. Like, you would expect Zeus or maybe Bristleback to deal most damage, but Razor, he's also a hero. Like, there's Amar who showed us how to play Razor for a really long time. And Bristleback, he also hit level 25. So Warpath damage per attack. One of the reasons why he's going for this Daedalus. Long duration stun. Soul returns to the body.
Bouncing the fear.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bouncing the fear of Kiritich over to Squadix, and I mean, they don't have everybody for another 20 seconds. They'll drop down the calling. Nobody's answering. Take a tier 3 over mid, and the Rod of Atos keeping them close. 10 seconds. If they stay a little bit too long, it could be potentially a position in which they regret staying. There is a blink and overgrowth in 2 as well. But Duraccio TP's bottom, and immediately they smoked. He showed.
Virtus Pro, they're hungry. They want to get this win. If they get 1-1 as a starting series of the day, I think it's a great boost for the team. Zeus also has Refresher. Timeless Relic, level 25, AoE Lightning Bolt.
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna hurt. Like, this is Octarine, Refresher, level 25 Zeus we're talking about.
The blow of the Zeus. AoE Lightning Bolt is not a joke. Under God's Wrath getting the information. Roche, by the way, potentially up in a minute 15. Bounty runes picked up. They're grouped together, and is that ninja gear on Grimstroke? Yes, it is. Can they make anything happen? Potentially lining up with this next Roche. Heritage 25, 26 there for Duraccio. Is nothing queued for him. He's got the Satanic with a Scotty Silver Edge and Manta. Is there any one item that's really going to make a difference here for Gaming Gladiators? Enough so that these fights maybe get a little bit easier?
Like, who do you even stun with this Muerta parting shot? Maybe you stun Razor, try to burst him, but he's receiving like less damage. So you might try to go for Zeus. He does not have buyback available. Needs another 800 gold.
Needless for Bristle next. casually plus 565 damage for Bristle. Waveform in, Nimbus down, Reaper's Sight. That's going to be committed, but he got the BKB off, and now they're going to have the Phantom's Embrace. That's going to land onto two of these heroes. It's Doracio trying to move in here with the Satanic. They get Karatage. He's dead for 100 seconds. He doesn't have buyback. Now they go to the Thunder God's Wrath, and the chase is on to look for the rest of the heroes on the side of Virtus Pro. Quinn hit with that Lightning Bolt, stopping him in his place for just 1 second. Shards block Celery, but they've got the dead shot from a distance. Doracio, he'll get the kill unnoticed. That's 2 heroes dead now for Virtus Pro, while Gaming Gladiators, now they'll make their march.
Your carry does not have buyback. He's dead for 75 seconds, and they're drawing on a minimap. They want to go. Roshan will respawn in 30 seconds, so they could potentially, like, take maybe one side of barracks and then still go for Roche, or even poke. Get the buyback from Razor and see what happens. Does Bristle have buyback? It's kind of hard to read at this stage of the game. Kick.
Quinn.
Into Snowball, but the Lotus Orb is available.
Has kick again in 5 seconds. He's pretty deep into the base, but he's got that Death Seeker. FNG's going to die.
Doracio's in. He's going ham.
He just wants to go. Notice Inkswell on him. Pop's going to miss this Morphling. They've got Swadex going in as well as Karatage. They both bought back in the Grimstroke as well as the Bristle, but the retreat from Gaming Gladiators far enough away where they can't chase on Virtus Pro.
He just got his buyback, and immediately after seeing this buyback galore, 3 of them, they're going to run to the Roche pit. It's on Dire side, but I also see Virtus Pro coming in.
They need to fight.
Yeah, they
need the
can't
for
let
Virtus,
this happen. It's just going to be way too many things to go through. This is Red King Aghanim Scepter, Cheese, Aegis, Refresher. Not sure if they have enough. FNG got to smoke himself.
FNG towards the front. Ooh, they spot the Tusk. Stun, that'll land. Phantom's Embrace, they've got the Silence. Dead Shot, that fears up Karatage. Lightning Bolts from a distance. They're still waiting to make their mark. They've got Blink Overgrowth ready to go on the high ground from Celery if they come in too close from the side of Virtus Pro.
They can keep them away. Celery has Blink Overgrowth available. Tofu calling 2 dead shots.
2 dead shot charges.
Yeah. Karatage.
Airball.
Wants to scout things out. See how low Roche is.
Plasma Field. Shard. Doracio popped the BKB early. Aegis gets picked up. He's going to be kicked away from the rest of the team. They pick up the cheese on Karatage. They get that kill to Seiyu as they look at the rest of Virtus Pro for more. Doracio's in. FNG is gone. They hit the break onto the Razor. That's going to be a third with Notice dead. No buyback. 110 seconds without him. And a TP from Squadex as well as Karatage going back to base. And now having to defend against all 5.
Good luck with that. He did pick up the cheese, but Doracio, he was the one solo killing Roche, being full HP with Satanic, and now he's going to go in and see what's going to happen, because 2 heroes just fought back, and they know that. Oh, Karatage, look at the damage coming out from Quinn.
Oh, and they're TPing to the outpost nearby.
Not even attacking him, just burned 1,000 HP from him. Doracio, meanwhile, taking 2 sides.
Lightning Bolt Nimbus, that's gone. Oh, the long range dead shot. Goes so far with that extra 350 cast range. Able to really clear the base, and that's going to be Mega Creeps. Blink in, Overgrowth, that's going to hit on to Squadex as well as Seiyu on the Tusk. The calling's down, the kills are there. That's going to be 2 more dead, and they'll look over at the Bristleback. They hit that dead shot. Reaper Scythe to clean him up. He's dead for 2 minutes, and it's looking all Gaming Gladiators as they should be able to clean up the 2-0, and will with the GG call from Virtus Pro.
Oh, we see a lot of these, like, Tundra series where they don't give up. Like, they're playing with a lot of deficit.